Ladies and gentlemen, it's Titoclock. So please welcome your host, James Deacon.
What's up, everybody? Woohoo! We're live. Yeah, that's it. We are here, and so is Mayanne. So we can officially start. This girl is unbelievable. Did you see that? Did you see that? X just slid right in there. Just my goodness. Grabe, galing. Present. All right, welcome to the show, everybody. Titoclock is here, even though it's a holiday. We've shown up because, well, these prizes aren't going to give themselves away, right? I mean, it's just how else are they going to get raffled off? Even Rocket is willing to work on a public holiday. So I hope you're enjoying yourself. I hope you've had, you've done whatever you've had to do. If you are, want to commemorate the holiday and go down there and celebrate on EDSA, if you wanted to do it quietly, if you wanted to never forget, if you wanted to remember, whatever it is, that's up to you. And we fully support that. As long as you're here right now, that's all that matters, because this is where we're going to be doing the live draw from. This is where we're going to get all the latest headlines from. This is where we're going to get the inbox from. Do the Freeplugfriday. Plus, we got some special guests from Lexus Manila talking about a brand new model that they've got there launched, which will be the entire new era for Lexus. A whole new face for a whole new era. Pretty exciting stuff. We'll cover that, and I also got to take a test drive in that car as well. So much is happening. But before that, it's important to get all on the same page so we all know what we're talking about. And the only way to do that is to get the latest in headlines from Chris. Chris, what you got there for us, Chris?
Hey. Hello, Tito James. Happy Friday and happy long weekend, my fellow Titoclockers. This is Chris for your Titoclock News. Protesters turned out on public squares and outside Russian embassies in cities from Tokyo to Tel Aviv and New York on Thursday to denounce the invasion of Ukraine, while more than 1,000 who tried to do the same in Russia were arrested. The earliest known protest occurred outside Russia's embassy in Washington around 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time or 6 a.m. GMT on Thursday, 3 hours after President Vladimir Putin said he had launched military operation. In London, hundreds of demonstrators gathered outside Downing Street, home to the Prime Minister, urging Britain to do more. Other demonstrations were held in Madrid, Bern, Geneva, Beirut, Dublin, and Prague. In Russia, protesters defied an official warning that explicitly threatened criminal prosecution and even jail time for those calling for or taking part in protests. Hundreds rallied in Moscow, St. Petersburg, and Yekaterinburg. In Moscow alone, 600 were arrested, according to the TASS news agency. MMDA officer in charge and general manager Romando Artes said today that the Interagency Task Force for the Management of Emerging Infectious Diseases, or IATF, has already decided on the proposal made by the mayors of Metro Manila to place the region under Alert Level 1, or the lowest COVID-19 alert level, by March 1. The IATF's decision on the proposal may be announced by Malacanang over the weekend. He assured that local government units are ready for a downgrade in the alert level. Artes said the guidelines being ironed out will apply in all places, which will be placed under Alert Level 1. Should the lowest alert level be imposed in Metro Manila, all establishments will be back to 100% capacity, but minimum public health standards set against COVID-19 will still be imposed, according to the MMDA official. The Development Budget Coordination Committee, or DBCC, on Thursday announced the government's preparation to release 3 billion pesos in subsidies to help mitigate the impact of increasing fuel prices in the transportation and agricultural sectors. According to the committee, which is composed of the Finance, Budget, and Economic Development agencies, the government is preparing to release 2.5 billion pesos for the fuel subsidy program of the Department of Transportation. Another 500 million pesos is also allotted to the Department of Agriculture to provide fuel discounts to farmers and fishermen. Citing the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, the DBCC said that the UAE crude oil price for this year is projected to average at $83.3 per barrel. This is also expected to decelerate to $79 by the end of this year, based on the latest oil futures. Earlier, Brent crude reached $100 per barrel for the first time in 7 years after Russia invaded Ukraine. Gilas Pilipinas is not to take India lightly as they square off tonight in the 2023 FIBA World Cup Asian qualifiers at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. India have the size, they are a tall team, said Gilas coach Chot Reyes. India is playing back-to-back games, returning to the floor versus the home team at 6 p.m. tonight. The returning Gilas coach doesn't care if the Philippines is number 33 in FIBA World Rankings, while India is number 80. The mindset of Gilas crew is to be ready for battle. Troy Rosario, R.R. Pogoy, and Robert Bolick are World Cup veterans bannering the 15-man Gilas cast that also includes Kelly Williams, Gab Banal, Poy Eram, Kib Montalvo, Ange Kwame, 30 Ravenna, Dwight Ramos, Juan Gomez Del Llano, Lebron Lopez, Will Navarro, JD Tungkab, and Sadi Rangel. Gilas is left with 2 games to play in the February window of the qualifiers after the withdrawal of South Korea. Team Philippines takes on New Zealand at 7 p.m. Sunday. That was the latest in headlines for Titoclock. Brace yourselves, everyone. It's that time of the day again to take a look at the inbox, or as we now call it, Kamote Corner.
Love it. You've heard of potato corner, right? We've got
We've got Kamote Corner indeed. All right. You ready for the first one, Tito James?
Oh, I'm never ready. What are you talking about?
Maybe not. Let's take a look at it anyway. The first image we have is called Dangerous Kiss Mark, but it's not romantic.
Okay, let's see. Wow, Valentine's theme to.
I think so, because it's the love month.
Oh,
So if you look closely,
It's a death right there. Oh my God.
oh, there you go.
And Lex.
Wow.
Man.
Yes.
Oh, this really makes my blood boil. Wow.
Mhm.
And this is so we fought this thing for so long. I mean, it's usually kids. I can't assume it is, right? Because I don't know, but usually what we normally found out from these things is kids who are bored, or sometimes there's a worse motive, they're trying to rob you, etc. But this here should carry similar penalties to attempted murder. If it's
Mhm.
not treated like that, it should be treated like attempted murder. Because a rock at that speed on the highway, you're really trying to kill them.
It's just really hard to catch them, no? Kasi nga you're in a speeding vehicle.
Yeah, no, it's very hard. But they're supposed to be all fenced off, right? And then you've got
That's
the
true.
overpass,
That's
and the
true.
overpass as well. They should have CCTVs on them. That, but we worry
Ah,
about other things like plastic dividers and
true.
silly things like that we don't have time to actually worry about the things that actually matter, like a proper CCTV system in public areas. But we will put
Indeed.
perspex in there. We'll put a face shield on it.
Sure.
Uh,
I hope that
matter.
works.
Yeah, I hope that people get that point. It's just there's just so much to do in real life that matters. This is why I get very frustrated when we spend time and money on the things that don't. For the sake of what? Theater.
Mhm.
It really bugs me because it's not like we don't have problems that we need to really solve. Yeah.
Indeed. True, true.
That's not
All
the
right.
first one. I'm already.
First one pa lang yan. And I thought the next one, I thought it was the same incident. Apparently it's not. So I call it Stoner Alert.
Okay.
Yes, madami pa ring bumabato sa sasakyan.
Meron pa rin? This is
Yes. So at the side, you'll see at the left side, there's someone. And
Oh my
boom,
God. Oh my
there we
God.
go.
Now that's got to be treated 100% as attempted murder,
True.
because that's just. I wonder if they got this guy. This really is bad. Oh my God, that really makes it. You see, something like that looks like there's absolutely no motive except for just being mischievous and
Violent.
vandalism, right? Because what are you gonna do really it's the NLX, so you
Mm-hmm.
can't
You can't just stop.
No, I mean you just can't stop, and then there are other ways. If you're going to rob the person, you do it in a road where they could stop. There's nowhere for them to stop here, etc. For
Yeah.
you to ambush. So this is just purely vandalism and senseless vandalism at that. But with the added thing of attempted murder, grab it.
Girl. Ay, nako. We have to
Anything-
solve this.
Anything-
Okay. Ano tayo? Halfway there, Tito James. Next, we have, my friend called this, pindot muna bago tingin. Or I can call it, kaka-cellphone mo yan.
I've seen this so many times. Not the
So
same
many
video,
times.
the same act played over and
Yes,
over again.
yes. Parang may
That's-
rerun, no?
Huh?
On different multiverse.
Yeah, nga. It's like part of the multiverse. It'll be to think, no? You just made me think now. There are camotes in the multiverse, so we're not the only
Possibly.
ones. Oh my
No,
God.
we're not alone.
I wonder
I'm
if
not
there's
sure.
any multiverse out there where they're actually celebrated as good members of society or productive.
Maybe it's baliktad in other universe or
Yeah,
other
maybe
planets.
they'll show the disciplined ones, no? They'll call them like I don't know, fried potatoes or whatever.
Maybe.
Okay, next.
Okay. Two left. Okay. We've seen this a lot of times. It's called another moving spotlight.
Okay. See.
There we go.
This is why I advocate for
I
breastfeeding.
mean, we've
for
seen this
children.
last week then, diba?
Yeah, this is why I support
Breastfeeding
breastfeeding.
for children.
Because if you haven't been helped breastfed, you usually crave attention like this. There's no other explanation. Ang kulang talaga sa pansin talaga si kuya dito or ate. We don't know guy or girl. Come on, man. Yeah, this is just it's so KSP.
True.
Wala akong
I mean,
masabi.
why do they do that? Why do you think they do that? Is it because of the blind spot
Honestly,
thing? Or
Honestly, I'm really
Yeah.
trying to give you an honest answer because I could just. I honestly think that there are very few cases, very few that you do need it for an off-road setup. It is handy to have in an off-road setup, and
okay,
they
I think I just
accidentally kind of put it on. I would say that's a very small minority of them that flick the switch by accident and don't realize.
okay.
That is still irresponsible because the switch should be somewhere where it's not accessible, where it's not you can't just
Mhm.
accidentally flick it on and off, right?
Yes.
But I think the majority of it is just yabang. It's just
Yeah.
yabang. It looks cool. They've got this air of invincibility. This seems to be a common culture around. Not all, of course. You'd never say, what's that? Is that on our side?
Mm,
Chris, are you there?
Possibly. I'm still here. I'm still here.
Whoa, we got
But
some
there is a
people here.
feedback.
Yeah, there's feedback. A lot of
can- I
feedback.
I can.
There. Okay. It was Chris. Okay, so yeah, so honestly, I think benefit of the doubt, there are some where yes, Patricia. Not the only reason why, by the way, but yeah, it's one of the reasons. Yeah, so just to get back to it, I think there are some genuine cases, very few, that accidentally switch it on. Benefit of the doubt, but really at this stage, there's no more excuse for that because you should put it in an inaccessible area. It's like like anything, you have a gun. You can't just say, oh, well, it was just lying around and, that's why Junior was playing with it and shot himself in the foot. No, you should keep that locked up. It's the same type of
Mhm.
thing because this can be used as a weapon. I mean, it seems
Sure.
like a harmless light, but pointed at somebody like this on an expressway could be actually a weapon. And this could cause the loss of life or severe physical injury. So it
That's
should be
true.
treated this way. But I think a lot of the culture there with the big sort of SUV, not all of them, because I've had one and I've dressed mine up. So it's not
Mhm.
like a universal rule, but I tend to see that there's a culture for some to overcompensate with all this off-road stuff. They feel invincible. So it's like they're just, I'm going to just now blind everybody and I'm going to be, and that's the part that we're trying to sort of, stigmatize. Is guys, there's
Indeed.
nothing cool about it. There's really nothing
Not-
cool about it. Everybody looks at you like the same way we look at people with wang wangs. They
Mhm.
the same type. I think it's the same culture. They think that they have some kind of authority over other people, and
Yeah.
just look at
No,
them
they
like
don't.
must be making up for some very, very small genitalia. I mean, like really small. So, I have nothing good to say about, because it's really, especially the wang wangs, because that you can't accidentally turn on, right? You just can't accidentally hear
No.
it. It's screaming in your face and all that. So I have nothing
Yes.
nice to say about people who use wang wangs. These guys, like I said, I'll give a very small percentage benefit of the doubt. They accidentally switched it on because their knee hit the switch or something. But please, let's now be responsible and place the switches where they can't be switched on like that.
I agree. You heard it here, everybody. Let's all be
Breathe.
responsible. Motorists, breathe. We're in the last one na, Tito James. Are you ready? And we call this, Can't You See He's Happy Now?
Wing probably knows that. Oh, okay. I think I know this one, and I'm grateful for it. Yeah. All right, so happy vibes finally.
Good vibes, good vibes. O,
Yeah,
diba?
we need more of this. Come on, that's it. Do your happy dance. Do your happy dance to spread
Dance,
the love.
kuya.
Might
True.
sound crazy, but I'm going through. Dun, dun, dun. Go
Sobrang
to go.
sakto pa because the car was playing happy.
I really.
So they were, yeah, that's the sound. Can't you see I'm happy now?
Perfect, perfect. Thank
Ang
you for
saya.
ending it.
Perfect.
That
And oh yeah, indeed. And you made it.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Tito James. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. May we all have a be awesome weekend. Congratulations in advance to all our raffle winners. And of course, let's all avoid kamote people, but always choose happiness with some Sugar Rush. Don't forget to follow me on my social media and follow Sugar Rush Entertainment PH on Facebook and Instagram. Stay safe, healthy, and hydrated, everybody. This is Chris. See you guys. Bye. Mwah.
Hi, Chris. That's Chris with the latest in headlines. Always nice to hear her chirpy voice. Even though she's delivering bad news, somehow we can get through it all the time because of that little infectious, happy voice that she's got there. So thanks, Chris, for always putting that spark in the show. And if you want to book Chris for anything, there's her IG handle. And she does like voiceovers and children's parties as well, like hosting children's parties, not just virtual anymore, because I think you're allowed to have them now. So you know what? That's a nice treat as well. She does place princesses and stuff like that. And also, it's just our way of like, well, we find people from the community. Chris was one of those people who was within the community, who is now a very big part of the family. And this is how we like to keep it. Titoclock has always been this medium to meet during the pandemic. And we want to support each other in one way or another, any way we can, to build each other up. And this was also part of the reason we developed a little segment that we call Freeplugfriday, which is basically just a way for smaller businesses, people who've had to pivot out of what they normally do into something new, to give them some free advertising and exposure so that they can get on their feet again and we can get this economy going again once more. So for that, we need XX. What you got in the box there, X?
Hi, Tito James. You actually have a lot in store once again. But before we go there, I just want to say hi to all Titoclockers. Welcome to another edition of Freeplug Friday.
Yeah.
Feast your eyes on the screen. Tito James, let's start Freeplug Friday with Brunchmate PH. So Tito James Brunchmate PH hails all the way from Las Piñas and offers 100% homemade, preservative-free, MSG-free, ready-to-cook tapas. So they send over different kinds of tapas, such as the original, garlic, spicy garlic, even bacon slabs in old-fashioned style, plus these applewood smoked cheese to pair. Too bad I don't eat any of these except the cheesy Jays. Were you able to try any of them by chance?
She's the only one I know who taps out with tapa.
That's a good one.
Anyway, more for me. I love tapa, and you know what? I'm kind of lazy with things like this. So when it comes like this, already frozen and prepared, and it's still fresh, it's beautiful. You just sort of pop that into the little into the
pan.
That's what I'm looking for. The name, the pan, and just start heating that up. And
Low heat lang.
low heat, and then just put it.
No
on.
need to add oil. But
No,
James,
and the best thing is because it's so flavorful now. You just need steamed rice
Yes.
or just fresh. Don't touch it. Don't put
Oh,
anything else on
man.
your rice. Just let that be
Whew.
what absorbs that flavor.
Oh my gosh, makes me want to eat that again. But anyway, Tito J's more for you. And of course, don't forget to pair it with the Applewood smoked cheese. So, guys, price starts at 179 pesos for the 175 grams, and price starts at 349 pesos for the 350 grams, while it's 329 pesos for the bacon slabs, and 99 pesos for the cubed smoked cheese, and it's 149 pesos for the 155-gram smoked cheese. Anyway, guys, hope you can check them out. Brunchmate on Facebook, Instagram, and on their website. Next, we go to Bawais. So Bawais offers a taste of Vietnam with their delectable Vietnamese food that's always served fresh. So Tito James, how did you find their gokuon or their traditional Vietnamese fresh rolls that Rocket tried to take from you the moment that you had your hands on them?
These are the guys who did that like pancit, no? Or the dry noodles.
Yes,
Oh
they
my
have
God,
that.
the dry
They have
noodles
that.
were. Let me just start with that because that was the one that I loved the
The
most.
bun pom trace.
Is that what it was? Oh
Yes,
my
the
God,
bun
it
pom
was
trace.
so good.
And
It was
just
so
look at the
good.
size of the shrimp.
Yeah, and it's like, well, it has all that fresh stuff and all the fresh vegetables and stuff
Yes.
that you mix with it. It is so delicious. Then I had their
pho.
pho.
Yeah, pho.
Yeah, I had that even the day after. It tastes better the day after.
Ah,
Everything sort of
right.
soaks in there. Great Vietnamese food. I really enjoyed it. Will highly recommend this for sure.
For me, since they know that I don't eat beef and pork, they actually made me try their tofu banh mi, which is their Vietnamese sandwich. That was so loaded with vegetables and their marinated tofu, plus their vegetarian chagyo or their meatless fried rolls. And I love that pretty much, including the dipping sauce, since it was just perfect. So what's actually pretty cool, Tito James, is
Raffle time!
Alright,
Woo!
guys,
Best way to try it. Woo!
That's way to try it. So the super cool folks from Bawais are giving away 2 trays of bun pom trays. The one that Tito James loved with noodles with shrimps. That's worth 1,000 pesos. That's good for up to 8 people.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
Tito James are giving away 1 tray to 2 lucky Titoclockers. So what should they comment down below, Tito James?
Just anything yummy. Anything just,
Yummy. Okay,
a nice
okay.
thank you.
All right, thank you.
To Bawais or just spread some love, man. Because food is love.
Food is love. That's correct. So, guys, for those who want to check him out, you can check him out on Facebook and Instagram at Bawais, or you can directly go to their branches in Green Hills and SM North EDSA. Again, Bawais. Next, we go to Jelly G Thai Milk Tea. All the food got me so thirsty, Tito James. Good thing there's Jelly G Thai Milk Tea and Jack's Lemonade to help quench our thirst. So they sent over their classic Thai milk tea, Thai coffee, cucumber lemonade, ginger lemonade, basil-rich tamarind, and berry cheesecake. I also love that they come in these 1-liter bottles. Which ones were your favorite, Tito James?
Oh, which one was the one that had like it was lemonade with
cucumber.
basil? Cucumber. Okay.
Cucumber lemonade.
That was so refreshing. Did they have a basil one too?
Yes, they have one
The
with
one-
tamarind.
That one, that was just sensational too.
Wow.
And parang there was also one with ginger.
Oh, yes, it's a ginger lemonade. So actually, I think that's almost all.
Well, yeah, each and every one I got, I really enjoyed it. And no, there was even the coffee ones.
Oh yeah, I remember
Yeah.
the moment you tried it, you were like, what's this?
Yeah, because
so good.
it was good. It was really good. Yeah,
Me for
nicer timpla.
It is, and for someone like me who doesn't actually like Thai coffee, I actually enjoy the taste. Of course, cucumber lemonade, and who cannot love their classic Thai milk tea? And it's also always served fresh, just based on the taste alone. And the shelf life of these is actually 2 to 3 days. But guys, it won't take you more than 2 hours to finish one. Price starts at 65 pesos for the lemonade with 30 flavors to choose from, guys. While price starts at 90 pesos for the Thai milk tea, and they also come in keto-friendly and sugar-free versions.
Wow. Okay,
Isn't that cool?
that is super cool because
That's
I could
super
drink
cool.
this till I roll out from this place. So yeah, sugar-free version of this.
They have, and even keto-friendly versions.
A keto friend.
Yes.
What about a keto friend?
Keto-friendly for the We can definitely. Anyway, guys, hope you can check them out. Jelly Thai Milk Tea on Facebook and Instagram. Next, we go to Happy Nose Philippines. So Happy Nose Organic Onion Sticker is a stick-on, mess-free nose refresher to help relieve colds, allergies, and nasal congestion. And its main ingredient, Tito James, is red onion, which is actually a powerful, all-natural catalyst to help relieve nasal congestions And it comes in 4 variants: the original, detox, anti-bac, and what you're wearing right now, which is the virus protection, Tito James.
Nice.
It's actually pretty good, right?
Who knows how to handle viruses? Happy knows. Get it? Who knows? Happy knows.
And actually, you can
May bayad yan, in case you reuse that.
And you can even stick it on your mask, just like what you're doing, Tito James, and even on your shirt right now. So it comes in 4 variants, original, and you can even wear it on your mask and even in your shirts. How does it feel, Tito James, like when you were wearing it on your mask?
You can smell it. You can't feel it, but you can smell it. So I guess it gives you this sensation that you're being protected because you can really smell it all the time. And so that feels like it smells a little bit like a nice quality insect repellent.
Actually, it does, Tito James.
That's what I was wondering. Does it do insects as well?
I think they have. We do have like a
Because I got
variant
some
of-
pesky friends that
Tito
not
James.
you, Rocket. Well,
Wait,
that
hold
wasn't shade,
Wait,
Rocket.
hold a second. He's sleeping right now. So, guys, price is 350 pesos per box for those who want to be free of nasal congestion. But you know what's cooler, TDJs?
Raffle time!
All right, guys, Happy Meals are giving away 2 boxes of their original variant to 5 lucky Titoclockers. So, what emoji should they leave down below?
A nose.
A nose.
Put a nose
Put
in
a
there.
nose in there. All right, guys. We're gonna draw the winners of 5 lucky Titoclockers. Good luck again, Happy Meals Philippines on Facebook, Instagram, Shopee, and Lazada. So last but not least, we go to Z Touch Philippines. So Z Touch Philippines are these antimicrobial pads or disinfection sheet which come in different sizes. TJs, just look at these for the phones, for your hands, and even for the counter, and even as a screen protector. So TJs, the good thing is they're capable of self-cleaning and they help to prevent and eliminate germs, bacteria, even viruses, including COVID-19 from common touch point area that produces infection up to 99.9%. Wow. And it's according to different studies, get that. And it also contains the smart nano ion technology from Korea. And each pad can remain virus-free up to 90 days. And these are approved by the FDA. So price varies depending on the kind of pad you want to use. But you know what?
Raffle time!
Woo! Wow, there's a lot of raffles in this detail.
Yeah.
This Freeplug Friday. All right, the awesome guys from Z Touch PH are giving away 1 counter microbial pad to 5 lucky Titoclockers. So, Tito James, what kind of emoji should they put down below this time?
I think they should put down something that touches. I don't know. Put a touch. Yeah, what was it?
What's
A
it
finger touch.
A finger touch, like a gesture
Yeah,
finger,
that'll
right?
do. That'll do.
Right,
Yeah.
pwede.
Or a hand or
Or
something
hand,
like that.
right, palm
A hand
on.
which uses the touch. That way we can tell you apart your hand, your nose.
Yeah,
and
that's
this-
true. That's true.
the happy
That's easy.
people.
That's easy.
So we know who wants what, right? Because there are so many raffles today.
All right, guys. Again, Z Touch Philippines on Facebook, Instagram, Lazada, and Shopee. Well, that's all we have for this week's edition of Freeplug Friday. Stay safe and always sanitize blockers. This is X. Peace out. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.
Woo,
Happy
Rocky.
long weekend.
Yeah, woo. Latest in Free Plug Friday. Thank you, X. If you have anything that you would like featured on the show for Free Plug Friday, you can see scrolling down below the address to send to. Send it to @Deaconitis on Instagram, and X will get to that as quickly as possible. There is a little bit of a waiting list, but if you're lucky, sometimes you get thrown up and advanced. So you never know your luck in the big city. All right. So with that, one of the things I really wanted to talk about, because when I was away for about a month, I went to Dubai. One of the highlights for me was I was able to experience the launch of the new NX, the Lexus NX. Now, I didn't get to see the launch of the Lexus NX here because they did it quietly and secretly. I don't know why, but it was a pandemic after all. So to be able to see this new model, it was very, very, very important for Lexus. I think it's better if we get the folks from Lexus to explain it to us. We have the president himself from Lexus Manila, and we also have Jade Sison, the brand manager of Lexus Philippines. Let's welcome them to the show. Bring it on. Yay, we have our cheesy graphics back. Ooh, it's been a while. You know you're special when you get the cheesy graphics. Welcome to the show, guys. Raymond Rodriguez, Jade Sison.
Happy Friday,
Happy
Tito James.
virtually for now.
Well, thanks for making time. And you know what? Sorry for the ambush, but I was pretty excited to talk to you guys because, well, as you know, I was able to get a little sneak drive there of the Lexus NX in Dubai, which is like one of your biggest hubs for Lexus, isn't it? Lexus is doing super well over there. Wow, spoilers already, X. You're throwing the spoilers out. It's okay. It's okay. Never mind. They're going to get to it at some point. The Lexus NX, why is this model so special?
Well, maybe on a personal note, like I really find the Lexus NX something that speaks to people who are really looking forward to something more technologically advanced, a really beautiful design. It's one of Lexus's best sellers. It's a crossover SUV, and it defines where Lexus is headed, where Lexus future is headed. So I think that's probably one of the things that you also found interesting in your trip when you were in Dubai, James.
Yes, I did. Now, that's what I wanted to talk to you about, is about when you say it's defining where Lexus is headed. I was interested to know why the NX, because normally they would save this for their flagship model. You would like to do it with your top of the range, the LS. Why the NX? What is so important about this? Either the target market, or what is it? Why did you choose this brand or this model?
I did mention that the NX is one of the best sellers of our brand. So of course, for people to be able to really experience what Lexus is about, probably you already owned a mainstream brand before, and this is one of the considerations that you have in mind when you want to upgrade to a luxury vehicle. Then having the NX is a great taste of what Lexus can offer. So
that makes sense. That makes sense, because then the entry point becomes more accessible to the brand, and I can certainly appreciate that. What we're talking about when we talk about this is the new Lexus for the future, or where it's going to go. Some of the cues that we're talking about is in design, right? So this is the first one that will carry the whole Lexus name in the back, rather than previously it had the Lexus L.
You're right.
The new design language moving forward, right? All the Lexus corporate faces, the rear end of the car, will start bearing the same resemblance from here on.
That's right, because if you notice, of course, the spindle grille, the signature spindle grille, is still there, something that's uniquely Lexus. But for the first time, we're introducing the unified signature script at the back. So Lexus is now spelled out, and this is the first car that will be having that. And all the other future vehicles that we'll be having. So it's also a major step for the brand. But it's beautiful to also see our brand there as Lexus, especially when you're coming from the back. So it's definitely a new chapter for Lexus.
I also love the way they integrated the lights now. I mean, you've always had that subtle L, but now they're going pretty aggressive with the way they're using the light signature. Is there any backstory behind that? Anything we should know about that? Because I think it's very special.
Well, everything is symmetrical, right? But Raymond said, we do also see there there is an L shape still. So even those like little details you could notice, whether you're looking at the NX in the front or in the side or even at the back, it's something that has a functional design to it. So of course, there's always a purpose. It's not just aesthetic, but there is a reason why everything has that kind of design.
Absolutely. Now, here's one thing I think, Raymond, you like, okay? Because you and we like to ride bikes, right? Do you still ride bikes? You still like to ride?
I do, but I'm going into electric bikes, so.
Okay, I got one too. We call them the Tito bikes.
Yes, Tito bikes.
But anyway, same thing. Whether it's electric, whether it's even a motorcycle or a cyclist, I think we can both really appreciate this feature. I've been guilty of it once. I'm not proud of it, but I've opened my door before and I've collected a cyclist. Not a lot of fun. Terrible thing to happen, but it happens a lot because they're usually in our blind side, and we don't normally look for cyclists, which is something that we should really get into the habit of doing. Lexus have found this really creative way around it. When you open your driver's door, or even the passenger door, San, the new handles are now this soft touch type of handle, so you don't have to physically pull this mechanical lever. But what it allows you to do is it uses the sensors to check if there is a cyclist or a motorcyclist coming up, And if there is, it will not allow you to open the door. And I think this is really cool because we tried it out in Dubai, and it can save a lot of heartache for people.
For sure. I'm glad you pointed that out because that's part of the entire Lexus safety system 3.0. So, I mean, aside from everything is ergonomic, it's intuitive. And at the same time, those are the kinds of things that you wouldn't want to think about anymore when you're driving your car. So that's just part of the things that you mentioned. There is the pre-collision system as well. There's a lane departure alert, the lane tracing assist. So it's really fully packed, this entire safety system that the NX has.
Yeah, you can tell that the safety is integrated from the inside rather than afterthoughts from the outside, which is something a hallmark also of the brand of Lexus. It's also the little details, but I've always given Lexus a lot of credit for the little details, but this time it's a massive big detail. It's like a 15-inch, or is it 15-inch? Look at that screen.
It's 14. Yeah.
Man, man. Have you played with this? Raymond, have you tried this like up close? Have you navigated with it and interacted with it?
Yes, I tried, and at first it was something really new, and I thought it was too big. But after you get used to it, then you're very comfortable, and you can go back to the smaller one. So it's very good, good reference, and high visibility. So
I think also because the reason we get so used to it so fast is we're naturally already connected to our phones. It's almost seamless. So it's mirrored now. And here's what I really found super cool. It has Apple CarPlay. And then people are like, well, come on, everyone has Apple CarPlay now. Yeah, you may have Apple CarPlay that you have to shove an old-fashioned wire into. This is wireless Apple CarPlay. So you can actually now have the full integration of your phone in Apple CarPlay so that it's so intuitive. You're basically interacting now with your phone. And this is an extension of it, but with a massive screen. And can you go back to that picture X, because I like it. It really illustrates how the little details. This little tray over here, I shove my phone in, it's a wireless charger. And guess what? I can tuck it away. I just can push that thing in and it's completely out of the way. My phone is safe, it's locked away, and it's charging, but it's fully functional with that 14-inch display over there, which is really, really fantastic. I can't agree with you more when you say that in the beginning, it dominates the landscape of the interior. But after a few minutes, you're like, how did I live without this? Because everything's there now. All your navigation, all the car controls, all your entertainment, it's all there. And then also what I wanted to point out is there you can see it in the heads-up display. That's probably the cleanest, neatest heads-up display I've seen so far in a production car. It is very, very, very nice. In fact, the photo doesn't even do it justice. It is so clean in the way they've integrated that. And they also give you a choice of a lot of different interior choices. Personally, I love the red. If you can go back to the red photo that was just before this, that is just such a nice combination. And if you get it with the F Sport, you also get all the goodies that come along with the F Sport. Now they're up to, I think, did I get it right? Is it 350 the horsepower?
Close to 300 is 279 for the turbo, and 240 PS, no, for the hybrid.
279 for a small little thing like this. It is like a little pocket rocket. This thing really, really reacts. It's got that urgency that you require in a sports car, but it is so quiet. It's so quiet. The engineers there were telling me, they had one engineer represented there, were telling me about the acoustics of the car. Maybe you might put it in better terms than I can. They've spent a lot of time apparently on the acoustics to make sure this car, number one, retains that Lexus patented silence that we all crave for, but it channels in the sportiness and exhaust notes of the car using the same technology that they use in the LFA. Is there anything you can add to that I missed out on?
You put that pretty well because that's part of owning a luxury vehicle. Everything that you want, whether it's power, the silence, the peace of mind, having like a little bubble while you're driving on the road. I guess you were able to put that quite perfectly.
Well, it was very nicely done because you do want that, but we're creatures of I guess we always want more. So we're always looking for that. okay, yeah, I want that maybe 80% of the time, but there's like 20% where I want to feel what it's like to put my foot down and get the same sportiness that I got from the old-fashioned red meat eating world, and you can get that. So it's very, very nicely done, I have to say. They actually even work with the sound system of the car, so it's one of those things that a lot of people spend a lot of time just to perfect for you, and that's one of the hallmarks I love about Lexus. I think I said this in my video, and I always mean it when I say it, because it comes from the heart. There's no such thing they say is perfect, but to be on the journey of that relentless pursuit of perfection, that's for me Lexus, because it is that process. It's a journey that I really appreciate, where they're striving for excellence and perfection in everything that they do. So you feel like you are the star. You don't have to have the star in the front of your hood. You're the star in the seat, right?
Yeah, so we're promoting also hybrid sales now. And last year for NX alone, we had more than 20%. In fact, around 25% of the whole total was hybrid. And for this year, we're hoping to increase that. And hybrid technology is now becoming more and more popular among our Lexus owners.
Okay, because you are also the leaders in hybrid worldwide, right? I mean, Toyota has basically got the most miles under their belt in hybrid technology than any, probably even if you consider all the other manufacturers combined even. So this is really your hallmark, and you're introducing this into all your Lexus models soon, or do you have a phase out plan for gas, or what's your whole hybrid or electrification future for Lexus?
Yeah, so eventually we will be going into all hybrids and electrics now in the near future. But as of now, we're trying to promote more and more hybrid models. And eventually, of course, that's part of the electrified. No? And I think Jake can have some inputs no, on this plan of Lexus Philippines.
Yeah, I mean, going back to what Raymond San said, so as part of the future chapter of Lexus, it's in along with the entire electrified strategy that we have. So right now, at least we have our hybrid vehicles, if not for all of our models, at least most of them. And what's good about this NX hybrid that we have, it already has the 4th generation battery. And this one already has an 8-year hybrid warranty. So this is the first of its kind for our models here in the Philippines. So, for peace of mind, this extended hybrid battery warranty is already up to 8 years or 200,000 kilometers. I mean, whichever comes first. So it's part of the entire ownership experience of having a Lexus. You want that peace of mind. You want to really make the most out of your Lexus vehicle.
Worry-free talaga. Yes. Well, all right. So we got to pretty much wrap it up from here. But how do people get their hands on this vehicle? Are they available already locally? Do you have prices on them? How do we, now that we've whet their appetite, how do they scratch the itch?
Yeah, so please drop by here at Lexus Manila and PGC. I guess you're already familiar with the address here. And we have test drive units, and also we have the prices. Now we have 3 variants. We have the NX350 hybrid, we have the Premier, and we have the F Sport. And price range is between 3.34 million all the way to 4.55 million. So please, I invite all of you watching, please come over and witness for yourself the latest offering from Lexus.
Wow. All right. With an invitation like that, I guess it's a perfect way to leave it. Thank you so much for making time, for being on the show. Congratulations on the launch of the all-new NX. I know it's a little bit delayed, and it was a little staggered and combined with the Dubai launch, but hey, better late than never, right? So, guys, if you want to experience the Lexus, you're now offering the test drives again. Don't worry, you're in safe hands with Toyota. They'll always make sure that they follow the safety procedures for that, but at least you get to sample it and experience what everybody's talking about. And you'll be part of the new wave of the future of Lexus. So thank you guys for joining us, and stay safe.
Thank you, James.
And there you have it, Lexus Manila, Jade Sison and Raymond Rodriguez. Very big, exciting news from Lexus. All right, so from this point over, what we got there, X? Is this the part where Rocket comes in, or is that the next part? It's the next part.
After
Had to do that. Yeah,
it was
sure.
too good. It's too good.
It's yeah,
It's
too good to just do once,
Too good
right?
to just do one.
I'm just asking because he keeps eyeing me for this thing, and
One more.
oh yeah, I need lights. Sorry, yeah, I forgot my lights on. Yeah, no, he's been eyeing this for a while. So Rocketeer, soon. Okay. Yep, this is our Ask Me Anything segment, and this is a segment where you can ask me anything.
All right, this is the question.
I guess the title's already a spoiler. Oh, what to do, Paul, in case of an overheating car? Well, yes, the first thing you need to do is to pull the car over. You got to stop the car. That's one of the most severe damages you can do to your car is keep running when it's overheating. It could be anything. It could be something very minor. You could have just not had enough water in your radiator or coolant, which you can replace with just water. Or you could have a broken water pump. You could have something a little worse, like a timing belt has gone out or something like that. But in any case, all cases, just stop the car safely on the side of the road. Do not attempt to open your radiator straight away. I can't stress this enough. Do not try to open your radiator straight away. Let your car cool just by switching it off and letting it cool naturally, all right? Eventually, you want to open up the hood when it's safe, and then you want to check when it's you really got to be careful with this because there's so much pressure that can build up inside the radiator that if you try to open it, you can really do some serious damage, burns, really bad burns. So make sure that you leave it enough time. If you can get to a service station, bring it there because they know what to do. But if not, if you have enough rags and cloths, try to wet them and put them over your radiator and then just slowly release the pressure. You'll feel a little bit when the pressure is coming out, but it's got to be a lot of rags and it's got to be wet. Otherwise, like I said, it can blow up in your face. All things, just leave it there for a little while until you see no more steam, no more smokes. So there you go. Do we have any more, or can we have any more?
Oh, there's one more.
Okay, we do. Okay, good. This is Joe's question. That one?
Yes.
Joe Miranda. Tito James, can I just put my luggage on top of my SUV with straps and drive on the highway, or do I need a registered rack? Wow, this is a complicated question because, yes, technically you do need a registered rack. Okay, I know it sounds a little overkill, ridiculous, but that's the law. So if you want to know what to do properly, you need to register your roof rack with the LTO. Apparently, it is not that painful a procedure when you go there and you mention it, but it's a painful procedure if you get pulled over and you get an opportunistic enforcer. Can't really, when I say opportunistic, because they're just doing their job because it's in the law, but you got to question also, is that really in the hierarchy of things? Is that the thing to worry about the most? But let's be respectful of why initially they ask you to register it. Is because otherwise, if you don't, people can put all sorts of non-complying roof racks on the roofs, and we can have a lot of dangerous situations. So the idea for the registration is basically to standardize, to make sure that it's the right roof rack for your car and that you have the right payload and that you understand what the payload is. So there is some value to having a law like that. In reality, we know that they don't really check, but that's a whole other argument altogether. If you want to know what to do, make sure you register it. If you want to know why, it's because of that. And the rest, well, that's for another podcast for another time. But I hope it answers your question. Georgie Kuya, when you wrap your car with a different color and it's time to register your car, do you need to remove the wrap? Yes, you do if you want to sell it, because well, here's where it gets even trickier, because if you change the color, it doesn't specify paint. It says if you change color, you need to inform the LTO. So I know there have been a lot of people, medyo piloso po, they say, well, technically I didn't change the color because it's not painted. Well, visibly, the appearance changed in color. And so whether it's a foil or paint, you change the color. Just because you can remove it later on, the appearance is a different color. And for law enforcement, it makes it very, very tricky and very hard, because it's supposed to match with your registration papers when they have an alert out for your car and it's a white Fortuner and all of a sudden it's pink. Obviously, that will throw off law enforcement. So yes, you do need to register it with LTO. You do actually have to change the color, and you do, unless you've changed the color, then if you're selling the car, you got to make sure that the color matches. Just make sure the color matches the LTO registration paper and what you see on your car. Okay. Adrian Belleza. Tito James, what to do if there's sharp objects found in one of your tires? Okay, one of your tire, like depending on where it is, if it's in between the tread of your tire and it's a nail or something like that, I would just take it straight down to your tire shop or your vulcanizing shop to get that vulcanized straight away, because that's not really a problem, but later on it could be, right? If you notice something sharp there, usually that sharp object will stay there and keep the pressure. Might have a slow leak, but why take the risk, right? If you notice something there, have it removed professionally, because that means you can vulcanize it straight away. You could remove it yourself. It's not that hard. You could grab a set of pliers and pull it out. But then unless you know how to vulcanize your car or your tire, you're gonna be stuck wherever you are with a flat tire. So that's why I say bring it to a shop, and a shop that can fix it right there and then. If it's on your sidewall though, that's a big difference, right? If it happens to hit the sidewall of the car, you got to throw the tire away pretty much. There's no vulcanizing the sidewall and compromising the integrity of your tire. It's not worth it. You basically have to throw that tire away. So hopefully you don't get any sharp objects jammed along the side wall of your car. If it's in the tread, no problem at all. Sidewall, replace it. Okay, last question. Hypo, what's you recommend back support in the car? What's your recommended back support? Are we talking like, lower back or stuff like that? Well, I did use one before. Okay, some people like to put the pillows on the lumbar of your car. This one arrived. This is a Free Plug Friday one, right?
Yes.
Wow, made bonus paying Free Plug Friday. And what's this called?
Sciatigard.
Sciatigard.
Yeah, Sciatigard.
Okay.
There, the name's there.
Sciatigard. So this is what X has used. And how has it been, X?
I love it.
Oh, you love it. You use it
Yeah.
for your office chair too.
Yeah, I do, even if it's like the best office chair in the world. Right?
Okay, so I'm gonna downgrade the office chair. So
No,
well,
please.
because you already made the business
No,
class
no,
of this, I can put just like a normal
This is
Orocan.
super premium class.
We can get an Orocan, I'm
No,
sure.
it's okay. I'm okay.
I'm a big fan of Orocan.
I can go downgrade.
Okay, something like this, or I tried once before. I can't remember what they call that.
Like backflip?
No, yeah, Backjoy. I've tried Backjoy before. It depends on the kind of strain that you're relieving, because if it's lower back, sometimes you can either put it on your lumbar or you can sit correctly on like a back joint. But I would suggest trying these out first, because I think they have individual sort of remedies for individual type of pains, and I don't think it's really something I can have one product that will just do everything for you. But those two seem to have worked for us. So that's it. That's the last question. Sad. I'm just getting warmed up there. All right, time check, 5:52. Okay, that means we have just 8 minutes to get through this. And you know what this is? This is code for raffle time! That's right. Be a busy day, Rocket. It's gonna be a busy day. You got the guys. I don't know if they can hear me. So yeah, we gotta feed them in advance, because these are the new union laws for raffle dogs. Especially if there's more than 3 raffles.
Yeah.
And we have how many?
4.
We have 4 raffles today. So he gets fed in advance, and then for every raffle, he gets 1 more. There you go. Okay, well, all right. So he got too late. Okay, you better put it up, because we might run out of. Ready? It's the return of the comeback.
It's the betta fish.
This is the what?
The betta fish from last week.
Okay, the betta fish from last week. Ready? Look at this. Arms. Rocket? Did you like that, Rocket? Everyone's saying hi, Rocket. Cute pocket Rocket. Come on, Rocket. Don't be a snob. Don't be like that. Okay, next up we have, he's trying to get his footing. Okay, here we go. Got more here for you. See how much. Rocket in a pocket Lexus. I think people think we're raffling off the Lexus.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, there you go, Rocket. Oh!
What did he do?
Never choose your mouth open, Rocket. This one is for this one here. All right. This is the antimicrobial mouse pad.
Yes.
These are cool.
Yeah, 5 winners.
5 winners. Okay. Hi, Rocket. Look, everyone's waving at you. Got so many fans, Rocket. Huh? Follow him on Instagram. Okay, next. That was, by the way, antimicrobial mouse pads, and you can put them on your phone as well. They stick on, right? Next. They stick onto your surfaces, and apparently the viruses can't grow on it. And for 90 days, all right, that gives you enough warning time to the house, just in case they 90 days. That's more than you give a tenant. So what else we got there? What's the next one?
Oh, the nose.
Okay, the nose. Okay, if you got pests in your house, throwing shade at Rocket.
No.
This over here is like organic onion stickers. So what they put this on. This is the one you stuck on me yesterday, right? And you stuck it on my mask, stuck it on my shirt, and Rocket wouldn't go near me. So it obviously works on pests.
Hey.
No, it works supposedly on viruses and also on. This is do insects as well.
Yes, they have like a bug repellent.
They have a bug repellent as well. So you've seen how the kids usually wear these stickers and stuff. Well, this one has also the added one of it claims to also help with the viruses as well. So viruses and insects. So we've only just tried it yesterday. I can't really tell you much more than that. That we tried it yesterday. I haven't got a virus today. I don't know if that counts as it works or not. But you know, it does smell nice and pleasant. You know, especially when I put it on my mask. It felt like, yeah, you could smell the properties working in there, I guess. So next up, Rocket.
That plus
the
footprints of the lights.
Oh, for the Vietnamese food?
Yes.
Oh, you're gonna love this. It's like $1,000 worth, right? Oh, this is really good. If you get that plate, that's the noodles. Ready? You gotta save one for the grand prize. So. Rio, Madeline, all. Do you get emotional, Rocket, when you see these names being pulled out? Got one more, Rocket, one more. Down the screen. Just take note of what you've won, because each one has a different one. You've got the happy nose, and then you've also got the lower eyes. Thank you, Gabrielle. Congratulations. Casey Bautista. This is the they win 2, right? It's like 2, so the second winner, Andrew Lloyd Claudio. Wow. Okay. So those are the winners. And we have one last, right? Okay, good, because I have just one last here for the Rocket here. Okay, these ones here, shocks. These are shocks. I really think these are cool. Okay, because you can sort of put them on like this. They're not like AirPods where, well, they are wireless, so that's where they are similar to AirPods. But what I really like about these, and I've been using them for about a week now, is it uses they actually call it bone something technology, bone structure, some whatever it is. What you can tell, this is not a paid endorsement. This is from the heart. It basically bone conduction. See, bone conduction. So when it sits on the outside here of your ear, you're not putting it on in your ear. So it's just there on the outside, and it just, because we're noise and hearing is vibration, right? So it just works on the bone conduction over there, and you can't hear it. You can't hear it outside. So if I have it full blast, I put it up full blast and asked X, "Do you hear anything?" And X was sitting how far away from me, right across me on the table in a restaurant. Couldn't hear anything. So it is very private, but the advantage is, one, you can hear everything around you, so you don't lose ambient noise. And that's very important when you're exercising, because if you are exercising, running, biking, or anything like that, it's going to be a bit of a problem if you can't hear the cars. It's also annoying for some people. I know Brent, who's out there, he's listening right now, and he has the same problem as me. I know if we both have it, then it means quite a few have it too. It's like a thud, because when you put the isolating earphones or earbuds in there, when you're jogging, you don't hear the outside noise, but there's this boom, 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 that can be very bothering. I find it, I can't run with isolating earphones. And if I use the other ones, the old AirPod, hi Brent. And if I use the ones that are like non-ear isolating, like not the Pro, they fall out. So this is like a best of both worlds. I can wear it all day and forget about it. And yeah, it's great for even taking calls in the studio. You know, you don't always have to have your phone on you. Just answer it here. You've got your microphone. So it works very well. And we're giving one away. So good luck. Tim Tip's here. Let's go. Rocket, you gotta work. Come on. There you go. There you go. There you go. You should really get Rocket's treats sponsored for this, because, you know, he eats so much of them. Where are we? How he's pointing? Okay. You've been fed. Pay your dues. Sit here and look happy for the person. Be sincere. Be authentic. Well, clap for him. Feel it in your heart, Rocket. Oh, Rocket here. All right, well, that's pretty much all we have time for today. That's all of our prizes for the day, but don't forget, next week we still got a whole bunch of other stuff. Yeah, we'll do it again, same time, same place. Hope you guys are staying safe. Stay off the news for a while. You know, there's a lot of everyone's just trying to, you know, work people up on the news now. There's, of course, the Ukraine going on. Our hearts go out to anyone. I mean, not taking sides for this, because it's not our war, but, you know, people are people. Human lives are going to be lost, and people are going to suffer. So regardless of which side you support or don't support, we pray for the people who are really going to be affected. And so there, just stay safe. And hopefully this will all be all over for us very soon, because it looks like the pandemic's kind of on its way out. At least for the rest of the world, they've declared it as endemic, which means it's, well, the key word there is end. It ended already. So that's what we want to hopefully happen here already, is that we start looking forward and start to live with COVID, and just not lock down anymore. No more mandates. Just be able to get our economy back up and running. So till then, stay safe. Bye, and we'll see you next week.
Fancy meeting you in my internet. Couldn't help but notice your smile, while everybody else around us is surfing about. Can we just stop and chat a while? Get away from these gray and boring, lonesome days of our quarantine. Early yet to say what lies ahead. It's just the first day of the rest of our lives. Love could be waiting at the end of this quarantine. Let's stop and talk a while. Let's start